Hello, a Merry Sharkmas to you and to all. So today I watched Santa Jaws. I love this movie. In terms of bad shark movies, this is definitely one of the better ones. It was directed by Misty Tilley, who has made, at this point, 4 shark movies, and I've only found one, but if the other 3 are anything like this one, 2 thumbs way up. It's a 2018 film where we basically have this is something that's done a lot in terms of storytelling, where you have someone who is an artist and their art comes to life. For this particular one, we have a comic book artist, and what he's drawing is coming to life. It's very similar to Cellar Dweller, that 80s movie that everyone knows and loves really well, that had Jeffrey Combs in it for like 10 minutes. It's a little H.P. Lovecraft, I thought, but I would recommend that movie if you can find it. It's a little hard to find, but I really liked it, even though Jeffrey Combs himself doesn't seem like he did. Maybe because he died. So I'm gonna spoil this movie for you. Yeah, so a kid, I guess he might be high school, junior high, I'm not really sure. He gets this pen that like magically appears, and he starts drawing his comic book, Santa Jaws, with it. He does the art, his name's Cody. Cody does the art, and his friend Steve does the story. And what he draws comes to life. So what he draws is Santa Jaws, who is this shark that has been imbued with powers after she ate evil Santa. And what is her backstory? And she roams alone, cut off by her own savage nature. So she's out-survived like all of her family, and she's become increasingly evil, I guess because she ate evil Santa. She has glowing eyes like Rudolph. When she swims, like she swishes her tails, it makes bell sounds. She gets ornaments for like Christmas ornaments, like the orbs for teeth. She has a Santa Claus hat on her fin. She's very festive. So it's Christmas time, and I'm assuming Louisiana, and Cody's family's there. He's with his parents, who are a little overbearing, his brother, his grandfather, and then his uncle, and his uncle's, I guess it was his, like social media famous girlfriends. Yeah, basically his whole family dies. But it's funny, his grandfather dies first, and he sees his grandfather be eaten by a shark, so he runs home and tells his family that his pop got eaten. Of course, they don't believe him. It's a very common storyline of a young person or woman sees something bad happening at the beginning and no one believes them. That's pretty realistic, actually. Woohoo! And he goes inside and basically just starts stress eating. Like, I have to do something. It ate pop, but what can I do? And honestly, same, Cody. That would be me too. So he teams up with his bestie Steve and this girl across the street that he has a crush on, Jenna, and eventually his brother Josh, and they try to defeat Santa Jaws when they realize that because in the comic books, she can only be hurt by Christmas oriented weapons. So they start like using Christmas or like ornaments and decorations and stuff as weapons. And then Cody also realizes when he draws something new, it can be incorporated into Santa Jaws. So he tries to like harpoon Santa Jaws, but basically only ends up making Santa Jaws like a narwhal with a candy cane horn, which is hilarious, and that ends up killing his brother. We get to the end of the movie. Everyone's been eaten except for Cody. And he's literally drawing his family back to life in the comic while his mother is being eaten and screaming. And his last line before we cut back to hang on. His last line is, "Ho, ho, ho, you son of a fish." Then it cuts back to this morning again, and his family's alive, and no one remembers Santa Jaws. And he goes and he gets the comic from Jenna, who he has to re-meet, and he burns the comic book, but he keeps the pen with an evil smile on his face. And I I mean, it's 2018, so, you know, it's 4 years later. We're probably not getting a sequel, but I do love the sinister ending of Cody is gonna go full evil, and I love it. But, like, what will he draw next? Will it be a Christmas-oriented Yeti? Because that's what I would like. Anyway, I have no idea why you watched this, but if you did, thank you. If you have any shark movies or weird Christmas movies you'd like to recommend, please do. I would love to watch more. Happy Sharkmas and farewell.